Hi everyone, today I have a review of the Takara Tomy real size talking Buzz Lightyear. This is Japan import, obviously, from the name. Only sold in Japan and Asia, like in general, I believe. Yeah, so it shares a lot of similarities with the Toy Story 3 Thinkway Buzz. Obviously, but he does have quite a bit of differences. It's more than Takara Tomy's like modern Woody doll that they sell. So yeah, I'll start with the head, which it's kind of hard to tell on camera, but it's actually different from Thinkway's standard Buzz mold. You can see the forehead especially is a lot more rounder on the Thinkway one than on Buzz here. The head doesn't have that much articulation, surprisingly. It's just up to there. The helmet, I'm not sure if this is because it's brand new, but it feels a lot nicer to open and close. It has like a midsection there, so you can open it like that, which is kind of nice. The sticker's put on weirdly there, but I don't know. Let me turn them on. So, as with the Woody that I reviewed a while ago, he has two different settings. So this one is for Japanese, so he speaks Japanese, and this one's for English, so he also speaks English. It's not as neat as the real-size talking Woody, because that one has Tom Hanks potentially voicing some of that, and that's pretty neat because he very rarely does actual, like, you know, voice clips for toys. This is Tim Allen's, and he has done them for years, so yeah. I'll start with some of the Japanese settings. This is Japanese. So that's some of the Japanese phrases. I don't know, I think it might be the batteries, but the speaker's very quiet on this one. Here's some of the English ones.
I am Buzz Lightyear. I come in peace. Watch yourself. This planet is toxic. Close the helmet to conserve oxygen.
I should probably mention this is the remix version, so that means basically they have a Toy Story 4 one and a remix version. I believe, nope. I believe that just basically means that this one has phrases from all four of the films. I'm not completely sure on that, don't quote me on that, as I don't have the Toy Story 4 version, but this is also just the 25th anniversary, I think. Yeah, that makes sense, right? Yeah, 2020. The laser, as you kind of heard there, sounds very different from Thinkway's standard. It's much different from Thinkway's standard laser sound of just... Oh, he's... Well, let me go find another one that has batteries in it. There. So those are very different, obviously. The arm articulation is surprisingly much worse than the Thinkway's version. This is as low as it goes, which compared again to the Thinkway, I'm going to be comparing this a lot to the Thinkway one because they're very similar. You can see it doesn't go all the way down, but it has better movement. It has just like slightly better, I don't know. The arms, you know, they're arms, they're Buzz arms. Hands, again, standard. Legs, standard. Although I will say, for whatever reason, they have no articulation in the foot, which is kind of weird. That's something that's kind of been with the Buzz figures since the early, like, first edition ones. That's fine. No Andy on the bottom, although it does come with stickers that you can like put phrases, or you can put like your name and Bonnie on. I don't So yeah, I guess it adds a little bit more stability for the legs to not be like, you know, wild and all over the place and get like kind of worn out over time. Now I'm gonna show the biggest difference between this one and the like basically every single other Buzz that's been released within like the past 10 years, and that is the Jetpack, which you can see looks quite a bit different. It has a completely different wing mechanism compared to Thinkwise. Even the modern ones kind of have this. The drop-down Buzz has a non-retractable, like a non-spring-loaded version, but it's not this one. It's this one. So you open them manually. But this one kind of uses a really weird version of the like old design of the wings where they just pop straight out. And I'll show you what I mean, but I'll show. This is really overcomplicated for what it is, and that's because they had to, like, you know, get them to fully retract because they're not as, you know, tiny as the old Thinkway ones where they were just kind of pathetic little stubs. Let me just open the wings here. So you can see, I mean, they open fine, just about as reliable as the Thinkway ones, although I will say, because it's not like doing the spring-loaded thing, over time the Jetpack bit here gets loose, and that means that it becomes more susceptible for this thing to open like that, where it has that weird like angle bit. But since this uses, the Takara Tomy one uses the other way of doing it, you know, it's not going to happen. But basically, the way this works is there is a latch here. So this one, the red one, goes in first here, and it's basically on a track that pushes it forward into the Jetpack itself, and then that allows room for the green one to go in, as you can see there. And that also means that the Jetpack is very thick. It's super freaking thick as all heck, but it is also removable, as with the Thinkway ones. There is the inside, that's how the wing mechanism works there. Battery compartment, and then the wing, the Jetpack part itself, which I think is actually pretty neat. They added this, like, this notch here you can see is actually so you can remove this wing, and like, in case, I guess, it stops working for whatever reason, you can kind of try and fix it. I don't know, I had to like look at the Japanese instructions through Google Translate, but so you basically open it like that, and then it comes out, and then you can just put it back in, line it up correctly, I think, yeah, here, and snap it in through there. There you go. It's working properly again. So snap that back on him here. Put those back in. But yeah, that's basically it for this figure. I think, although it has some kind of bizarre choices for, you know, differences between them and the old Thinkway ones, he's obviously the better, like, the best, you know, international version, like, of Buzz, the 12-inch scale Buzzes that have been released within, like, the past 5 years. It's a lot better than Thinkway's new stuff, I'll tell you that for sure. Yeah, he's pretty decent. The wings are quite an interesting little bit. The differences are kind of strange enough that it intrigues me enough. Like, the laser sound is not accurate, but, like, I mean, that makes it kind of cooler. The fact that he has Japanese phrases is pretty cool. And you can also he also speaks English, so he's bilingual. That's also pretty cool too. So you can, you know, if you don't want Japanese, you can use vice versa. But that's about it for this Buzz. Like and subscribe if you want. We'll see you all later.